Welcome to Behind the Bid. My name is Emily Einichner. I'm with the Downtown West Dallas Business Improvement District. This week's episode of Behind the Bid is going to take us behind the scenes of the West Dallas a la carte, scheduled for Sunday, June 4th from noon to 6 p.m. On today's episode, we're going to talk with Jim and Luke from Fat Boy Run. They are our main stage band this year. We're also going to talk with Pastor Paul Stevens from Epikos Church and about how his parishioners get involved and run our children's area for us. I'm here with Jim and Luke. They are part of the band Fat Boy Run. They will be playing at our UW-Waukesha main stage this year. How you guys doing?
Doing well, thank you.
Thanks
for having us, Emily.
No problem. Thanks for coming out. So Fat Boy Run has been here since year one in 2008. Why do you guys come back every year?
Well, this is one of our favorite festivals to play. West Dallas is near and dear to my heart. I've grown up here, I work here, and it's nice to be able to give back to our community and be involved with people we know and people that like to hear a good band.
And what type of music do you play?
We play a variety of music, really anything that has a groove to it. We go all the way back to like the 70s, but we play a lot of modern music as well. So really our goal is to find very popular songs and songs that people know that they can sing along, they can dance along, and that's why we like playing West Dallas as well, because West Dallas knows how to party. And you know, I mean, they really get into the music. They sing along, and it's just a great time for us every year.
And you guys are actually headlining this year, so you're going on at 3 o'clock at the UW-Waukesha main stage.
Yeah, that works out well because Jim doesn't usually get up till 2 o'clock. Yeah. So this year we didn't have to wake him up early.
So rolling in.
Right.
Just didn't feel very rock star waking up at like 8 o'clock in the morning to prepare for a gig,
right.
But noon, I can handle noon.
So you guys have been playing our festival for, it'll be 10 years now, but how long have you guys been a band?
Well, Jim and I have been playing together probably since the 2004 time frame. We met through a mutual acquaintance that worked with Jim that I grew up with. We had originally played the festival under the band name Broken. In that band there was Jim, our guitarist Andy, and myself, along with Gene Temple on vocals. As things change and years go on, we had to reconfigure ourselves based on people's availability and what have you, so we came back as Fat Boy Run a few years back. As everybody that we continue to grow with, we want to expand our horizons as well. So if it's not as good or better than what we've been doing, we're not going to do it anymore. But the one constant is really the rock solid bedrock of the rhythm section. It doesn't help that we have one of the best guitarists and vocalists that I've ever worked with, so quite frankly, we're lucky to work with them. So all joking aside, to us it's about good music, played with people that respect what we're doing, but are having fun doing it too.
Yeah, you can have a few laughs and still put out a good product. You know, we're serious enough to put together a good product with good people, but we have a really good time doing it too. I think half of our practice is probably spent laughing and joking with each other, and then the other half refining songs. And we have been blessed to, you know, have a steady core between Luke and Andy and myself, and it really kind of helps bring in some of the new singers, and they're kind of excited to play with us as well. And as Luke said, they really kind of have helped us grow as well, reach new levels.
I think at this point too, it helps that we're well beyond the band status. We're friends.
Yeah.
We care about each other, and that always helps. And that, you know, there's times where we're playing a song and where something might happen or otherwise, in just a couple of eye contacts, and we know where to go and how to get back on our feet. And that's something that just comes with time and the bond that we all share, which is really something that we are lucky to have, quite frankly.
I'm here with Pastor Paul Stevens from Epikos Church. Pastor Paul, how are you doing today?
Doing awesome. It's a great day.
So Epikos Church is a huge asset to the a la carte because you guys run our whole kids area for us. So can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, our first service ever in West Dallas was on June 10th, 2012. But the week before that, June 3rd, 2012, was our first time ever being a part of a la carte. So before we ever had a service as a church, we were a part of a la carte. So we see that as kind of one of the foundational things since we came to this community. But yes, for the last 5 or 6 years, we've just volunteered to create a space for children and families at a la carte on the 76th Street block. And we create bounce houses, carnival games, activities, just a ton of fun for parents, their children, grandparents, their children, and we try to staff it with you know, great volunteers who engage the families, and we want people to enjoy their time at a la carte.
And so speaking of volunteers, your church or your congregation actually volunteers beyond the children's area for us. They do all kinds of things. So why do you think it's so important for them to get out and volunteer?
Well, one of the core values that we had from the very beginning when we came to West Allis was that we wanted to be a part of the community. My wife and I live in this community, and our kids go to school in this community, and we love West Allis. We love the people of West Allis. And our congregation is made up predominantly of people from West Allis. And so we just think it's very important to serve our neighbors. I mean, Jesus said that we are to love our neighbor as ourselves, and so it's kind of just a core value of what it means to be a believer, is to serve our neighbors. And this is just a fun, practical way that we can be a part of what's going on in our town.
And so besides the kids area and the volunteers, you guys also have a food booth. So what are you serving this year?
Well, we try to figure out the cheapest, easiest, lowest maintenance food. So we do nachos. We've done nachos every single year since we've been here. And so we sell just nachos with jalapenos if you're really fancy. And then we also sell our t-shirts.
And what's on the t-shirts?
It says Dallas Proud. It's a shirt. We kind of marketed that, we branded that name about 4 or 5 years ago. It came out of a discussion we were having in a staff meeting, and it was something that happened actually after the marathon bombing in Boston. The Boston Strong shirts came out, and we're thinking, like, we're really proud to live in this community, and how can we communicate how proud we are to live in West Allis? And so that was a phrase that came from that. We made a logo, put it on some shirts, and it seems like people from our church and from outside of our church really buy those shirts.
I'll say people go crazy for those shirts.
Yeah,
I see them all over the place. Yeah. So something a lot of your volunteers are very involved in is with the trash pickup. So unlike other festivals, we don't hire a crew to come out and clean that up. It's our volunteers. So can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, it's funny. People actually want to sign up for the trash collection. I think because they get to walk the entire length of a la carte. They get to go from one end to the other. They get to interact with people, pick up garbage. And once again, it's just a super practical, fun way to serve.
All right. So if you want to sign up to volunteer for the West Allis a la carte, you can visit our website, www.westallisdowntown.com. Otherwise, head on over to the Epikos Church Kids area, located between 75th and 76th and Greenfield Avenue. That's all for this week's episode of Behind the Bid. Join us next week when we talk with Double B's Food Truck, as well as Don Falk, the promotions chair and the chairman of the West Allis a la carte.